Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hey. What up, peeps? How y'all doing?
What up?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's going on? What's going on?
Make sure we're ready for the
I know, right?
Okay.
Good morning from New Mexico. Hey.
Good morning.
How are you?
Send the update.
I know, right? It's
Freezing
like
over
below,
here.
below. It's like frozen or something. What is going
Yes.
on? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Sorry, we're a little bit later than normal, but we
What is wrong, Reagan?
what's wrong, sweetheart?
Reagan, what's the matter?
Oh, you want to play?
Oh, you want to play?
Play
Can you
ball?
play regular ball with her for a while, Chad?
Yeah, you mind playing with her just a little bit? And then after, you and I will play great.
How y'all doing?
Okay.
This morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from California. We got Nashville. We got Jersey.
What's up?
London. Hey. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Maggie. Hey. We got Alabama fam
Roll Tide.
in Buffalo.
And I
Okay.
got the hat today.
Huntsville, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama. Wichita, Kansas. Okay. Okay. Ashley, the wig is my friend Celia. She makes wigs, and her Instagram is hair_Terry. THIERRY.
You want to play basketball?
She makes custom units. She does hair. She's fantastic. I've talked about her on my Instagram. I have talked about her in the vlog. She's awesome. So this was a wig that she made for she makes custom wigs, and then she also makes like ready to sell. She had like a sale on units, and I just bought it. So hopefully that helps you. That's where the wig came from. Let me see. Ashley, I just answered you. You didn't get it, girl. Let's see. I know, might as well eat lunch, right? It's the craziest thing because we've been up. Well, Babe got up with Reagan this morning, and he let me sleep in a little bit because I washed my hair last night, y'all. I washed my wig last night. I painted my nails last night. But the kicker is, I didn't start any of this until it had to be like 10 o'clock. So I didn't get into bed until like 2:30 because I was like, I am finishing it, so I'll have to deal with it this weekend. And I'm actually pleased. Painting my nails was the last thing I did, and I waited like 45 minutes for it to set before I felt comfortable going to sleep. And I woke up with like no pleasure. I felt proud of myself. Wig is all fresh, hair's fresh. So I'm feeling good, okay? How y'all feeling?
You look
today?
amazing.
Thank you, love.
I shaved my face finally.
Babe did shave.
Yeah, I
I'm
shaved.
so excited about
Yeah,
that.
I couldn't do anything with my hair, but
He had all the hair
I have
on
a lot
his
of
face.
hair.
Okay?
It's crazy how much gray hair I had that she's caused me over the years.
Ooh, first of all,
No, I just think it just runs.
you're welcome, Ashley. I'm glad you got it. Okay, good, good. So, as you guys know, we've done this a million times now. Is this what number is
I
this
feel like
of
it's
our
6.
breakfast
Is this our
live?
6th one? Or 6 or
I
7
feel like
maybe?
we're on like
Somebody,
7 or 8. Why do I feel like we've done more than that?
I mean, we're at 6 to 8 in that area. I feel like it's been almost 2 months worth of every Saturday.
Okay, so maybe it's not 8 yet.
Or maybe this is the 7th.
Yeah, yeah. So we did mention on the vlog that this will probably be like our last one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess just for a couple of weeks, just so we can kind of have our Saturdays back.
Yeah, we enjoy these, but
we
sometimes
love hanging out with you guys. But then also too, like it's a Q&A. And I feel like if y'all ask us questions every week, y'all can run out of questions to ask us.
we need to give you a week or two to get some more questions.
I know, right?
Plus, y'all send questions to the podcast if you watch the podcast.
Yeah.
We try to answer questions sometimes, like, in the comments on the vlog. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're answering questions, it seems like a lot. So we want to make sure you have, questions to ask.
Right. We want y'all to miss us a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll be back. We'll do it at least one time in June. I just don't know when. June is our birthday month.
Maybe like a birthday.
So
Maybe it'll be a birthday celebration.
So maybe it'll be a birthday celebration. We can all hang out and celebrate our birthdays. Baby's on the 12th, and I'm on the 30th.
Yeah, any
He's a
June
crazy
birthdays?
Gemini.
And she's
I'm a lovely Cancer.
she's lovely. I'm not sure. I need to learn about what Cancer means, but she's
Whatever. whatever. Yeah, are you saying mom?
No, she's saying no. Be nice.
Oh,
Then you can.
they're playing ball. Did you have to coax Chad into playing ball with her?
Chad did not want to play ball. He wanted to go upstairs and play. I was like, "Buddy, just play ball with us for a little bit." She didn't ask you much.
Exactly.
So she wants to play ball with you. So like,
Oh, where did I get the shirt that I'm wearing? This is a shirt that I had designed a few years ago. Be fearless. It's based off of my favorite scripture, 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And we sell these shirts. So you can go to teespring.com/BeFearlessNow and you can get it. Or usually when you're watching our video, they pop up at the bottom, like before the comments, or they made an update. So it might be right under the comments.
Somewhere
you can
description
see,
box.
Yeah, because we have long sleeve
comments,
shirts, and then I just made a tank finally. I'm getting ready to make a hoodie because I haven't made a hoodie yet. And then we have just regular like crew neck shirts, unisex, and then women's fit like V-necks. So yeah, get the Be Fearless shirt. This is a large, so I'm able to tie it up.
Yeah.
And I like the way that it fits.
Yeah,
it's like cozy.
It's a little baggier.
Yeah.
Than what she normally wears, but.
Thank you. Glad that you like it. Good morning, Roll Tide from Alabama by way of Afghanistan working.
Okay,
Hey,
all right, Roll Tide.
hey, Mitra.
Thank you for, I'm guessing your service or for whatever reason that you're over there. Thank you.
Yeah. So Keisha said, how are we holding up? We are your neighbors. They started protesting here in Chicago. Really?
Yeah,
so
they
had
downtown.
protests downtown here. It was more on the peaceful side, but I was talking to my friends and they said that there were the CVS downtown was on fire. Yeah.
Really?
So I don't know all the specifics yet, but I know that they had it was supposed to be a peaceful protest last night downtown.
And then there was supposed to be another one downtown tonight as well, but
oh, is there?
yeah, that's what
I
it
didn't know
seems.
that.
I don't know the full details, but
no, I have not done the interview with my mom yet.
no.
I have actually, when we get off of this live, I'm actually going to call her so we can set up a time to film so we can get it out for you guys. So sorry. I still have all the questions. I just need to sit down and film it, okay? Reagan is all over the place. Okay, so while Babe gets ready at my office, we are making our favorite breakfast casserole, which is a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit casserole. Got this off of Pinterest years ago, and it is like our go-to whenever we have guests. Normally, when his family comes in town, they're gonna get this breakfast casserole at least one of the mornings because it is like the quickest thing to make. It feeds everybody. It's good, and I'll tell them how we love this breakfast casserole.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. So all you need is some breakfast sausage. We have turkey sausage.
We already cooked it up.
And you can use patties that you just like slice.
Like you probably do links too. I mean,
you can do links. You can chop them up, but we just had ground breakfast, turkey breakfast sausage. 6 eggs, 2 cups of cheese. The recipe calls for Kobe Jack, I think, but we just have shredded cheddar. So that's what we're using today.
And then you already showed them the
No, I haven't.
Grand's flaky layers original, or you can do like buttermilk, whatever kind you like.
You want to say hello? Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
And then did you already say the milk?
No. And then a 1/2 cup of milk. We don't have any regular milk, so we're using cashew milk.
Cashew milk.
So you want to say hello? Come say hello, Steve.
Come here, buddy.
Excuse me. And then 6 eggs. Did I say that? Yeah. So that's it. Like that's all you need. We've already preheated the oven to 350. So the first step is to open up the biscuits and slice them in 4s. So you want to do that, and then I'll start working on the egg mixture.
I'm getting so big.
Hey.
So big he's getting, y'all.
Y'all, we just see his hair this morning, and it's so cute. Show me your hair. Come over
So
there
long.
so they can see. Isn't it cute?
So long.
It's so long. I asked him if he was ready for a haircut, and he said not yet.
So it's so funny.
He likes it.
Yeah, just so funny how it gets in his eye.
Happening on the side.
He
too.
does.
You notice that?
No, that's hilarious.
So cute.
Mine's on the.
Megan, you did your hair too, huh?
Hey, well, mine is on the left side.
Ponytail?
Mine's on the left side. His is on the right side.
You have a ponytail. You have 3 ponytails.
3 ponytails.
Oh no, brother
don't know how to have a ponytail.
Reagan has a ponytail. That's right. Oh, go get the bar. Be careful. Okay, so while Babe does that, I'm gonna start cracking these 6 eggs and whisk them, and then I'm gonna look through some comments.
You said cut it in 4s. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you slice each biscuit
Into 4s.
4s.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, not the War Eagle, Valerie.
Oh,
Right.
you know what? That's all right. You know, all right, we got love for you still.
Elliot, can you talk about your engagement? I'd love to hear how you spent that time and how you planned your life together. Okay, you want to start, man?
Yeah, I mean, well, I was in Tennessee, working, so I really couldn't. I mean, we talked about everything, and like I gave my input, but like Gabrielle was really, she was full on in charge of that process, and she loved it. Obviously, she had,
We're talking about wedding planning?
Yes. The engagement, like that,
Oh, yeah.
just planning, but she obviously had Mom and Kelly, and she had her friends, and
I did most of the planning. Are we back? Sorry, y'all. We don't even know how long we've been gone.
Are we back?
I can't tell.
Can't either. Okay, it's moving again. Can y'all see us? Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, y'all. We don't know what happened there. Can you tell us where we...
Oh, yeah, they're saying they're back. They're back.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
No clue what happened. What?
And nobody noticed it either because we was just talking.
We just talking. Where did we leave off? Does anybody know like the last thing that Gabrielle said or I said? Like, because we don't.
Where's your green bottle?
I don't know.
Green one? Right here.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Hey. Okay, welcome back.
blue one,
Welcome
right?
back.
Whichever one you want. Okay.
Lord. You know what? I do think there is something going on with our internet because I've been doing like live calls. I was doing live calls with my macro mentality group, and I would keep getting cut off. And then I did the Zoom this week with Angel and Brittany, and it got cut off. So we need to be calling AT&T because we pay too much money for this internet.
Too much.
For it to be active
And
up.
it's
Okay?
like it's fiber.
Like,
so
it's
like
fiber optic.
the best
so
one. Like
what is the deal? So we are so sorry, y'all.
Yes, apologize.
We don't have no idea where we left off because we was just talking.
The last thing
I saw was Chad taking the biscuits
that
out
was
the
the
can.
beginning.
Dang, that was the beginning. We was just talking. I am so sorry. People said they thought it was their phone. Should I get off of the Wi-Fi? I don't know if I get off of the Wi-Fi. It's kind of like...
Well, it should. I mean, your cellular service should. So we look at it. We're trying to figure it out.
I wonder if I should just go on the cellular service.
Yeah, the cell service should just cover it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, sorry about that.
Somebody said it's gone again. I'm gonna just wait and let's see it. What's it say?
Thumbs up video.
It doesn't say reconnect on it, does it?
No.
No, it's moving. We're getting comments, so.
Oh, okay.
Sorry
I think
about-
it's coming back.
It's weird,
No, we're
sorry.
fine. Okay, briefly, but it's back.
You
It's
guys
moving
are
out.
fun.
I
Sorry.
am so sorry, y'all. I don't know
If
what
it continues
what's
to happen,
going
then
on.
we'll
If it
maybe
happens-
cut the Wi-Fi off.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. So basically what I was saying is that I planned most of the wedding, and then we hired the planner to come in
Yeah.
to basically be like a project manager towards the end. She contacted everybody about like where they needed to be, like the rehearsal dinner, like where they were staying, like all of that type of stuff. She just kind of
And
facilitated
made the
it.
day run smooth.
Oh my goodness, I didn't talk to anybody that day. Like nobody in terms of like logistics.
Yeah.
She had it all handled.
Neither did I.
It
So.
even rained, and I had no idea. She never let me know. Like nobody ever told me. Like it was just like this bubble.
I
that
knew
kinda
it
kept
rained
around me.
because I had walked out there.
Yeah, she was amazing.
But no, she was great.
She was great.
The whole day was amazing. I mean,
It
like
was.
so everything. So, but yeah, it was mostly Gabrielle. Our wedding was beautiful and amazing because Gabrielle is an amazing planner,
Thanks,
and she really took it upon herself to make it happen. And I helped where I could, being in a different state.
Yeah.
And we talked about everything though.
Somebody's saying it's still freezing. I would hate to have to stop this and start all over, but if it ain't gonna work right.
I would just say, can you turn off your Wi-Fi? So we're gonna try to turn off the Wi-Fi.
I don't know how to. It's not coming up.
So now it froze again.
Somebody says it's fine.
This is crazy. This is weird. I have no clue what's happening. What up, wedding twin?
Somebody said don't stop. There's no problem.
Okay. 8:20:11, wedding twin.
Hey, wedding twin. I'm going to put y'all down a little bit so y'all can see what we actually doing.
It's crazy.
So right now it is, somebody said what time is it?
Right now it is 11:48 a.m.
11, yeah.
Eastern
48.
Standard Time here in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
What are you eating?
So we're gonna make this.
Get out your nose.
Got your nose, nasty.
Go wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands and you come back and ask us.
Yeah, over here in your nose, all nasty. Do your kids do that? Like, why?
I feel like all kids do
Why
that.
do the kids do
I feel like all
that?
kids
I
do that.
literally do not understand why he be in his nose like that. So, okay. Did y'all miss the whole engagement portion where we talked about, like, the questions and stuff like that and premarital counseling? Did y'all miss all of that? Because we talked a whole lot. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Who was? In my video, that was my mom. That was
the
holding.
older lady holding?
That was holding Chad's hand. That was my mom.
Walking at the end of what video?
My video on Chad's life.
Oh, I don't think that I watched it.
I'm talking about. But yeah, no, that was my
Oh
mom.
my gosh!
That was my mom holding Chad's hand as we were walking.
Oh, was it them walking away from?
It was us walking towards when we went and visited Dad's gravesite. So yeah, so Chad Jr. was holding Mom's hand.
Yes, he was straight digging for gold. Yes. Okay, so y'all missed all of that. So what I was saying was our premarital counseling was legit question books. I bought all of these, like, 100 questions to ask your fiance before you get married, or like the 10 topics you need to discuss before walking down the aisle. Like, we literally talked about what happened. Sorry, y'all. We literally talked about every single thing. I think she's just mad because she wants something. Is she okay? Oh, okay, she's fine. So we literally talked about everything, and I think that that's why we like the question book so much, because that's kind of how our foundation was set. There was not one stone unturned, not one
What are you guys
thing that
making?
we didn't, huh?
What are you guys making?
Oh, we're making sausage, egg, and biscuit casserole. So, and this is what Babe did to the biscuits, if you guys missed that, because we must have been cut off then. But he quartered them. So each one he quartered it. And so we were talking about how we don't really know why we didn't do any formal premarital counseling, because like our pastor that married us, my pastor, Pastor Christmas, I know that she would have, but I'm not really sure why we didn't do like formal. But I think that all the talking that we did, everything that we talked about, everything that we went through, like, I think that it definitely helped solidify our communication.
Yes,
that's all we had was Skype calls.
Yeah.
They came up like every month.
Yeah, sometimes twice, but at least one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just, we just talked all the time, and that's why we always stress. We can't stress enough. Is communication is so key.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if you don't know how to talk amongst yourselves about deep things and discuss your relationship in a deep way, then by yourselves, then I mean, going to see a marriage counselor and doing that stuff right there will not help as much as it could. So if you're able to talk deeply,
I'm gonna put this in the oven because we're doing all this talking.
We are. But if you can talk deeply in your relationship, then already, and then you go to a marriage counselor, like, it's gonna be so much better because you're gonna be open and honest, and that's what it's supposed to be, right?
Is that 16 ounces? That's gonna seem like a whole lot of biscuits.
16.3 ounces, so it's over cheaper by 0.3. Can you get those over there, sweetie? Because the camera's right there, sweetie.
Honey, he's singing
He's
and ruffling the grape paper.
Right next to y'all, sorry.
I feel like they need to be smaller a little bit. And I'm going to just spread them. So you basically like spread make like a bottom layer of biscuits. Oh, sorry.
Keep your hands crazy.
And then you just add your ingredients. Like you add the sausage and then the cheese, and then when it's finished, you pour the egg mixture, and then you can put some more cheese on top. Oh, thank you.
Super good. This is super delicious.
Okay, let's see. So what else? Oh, somebody keeps asking, what do biscuits taste like? You've always been curious. Okay. Francine,
Delicious.
where are you from? You don't have biscuits? I'm trying to think. How do you describe what a biscuit tastes like?
So it's like
Are y'all being funny? Like, are you really asking for real? Like, what a biscuit tastes like?
whether you're asking for real or not, it's like magic. Okay. It's like bread, but just on a whole nother level.
It's who can help us out here? How would you describe what a biscuit tastes like?
Are you taking cheese?
Say cheese. Cheese. Reagan's taking a picture with my phone case. Say cheese.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome.
Such a good picture taker.
She's so
Good
funny.
picture.
Um.
Are you my
Hey, the lady, she wearing her Be Fearless shirt too. Hey.
Yeah!
That excited Reagan.
Yay!
Who's watching that UFC event tonight? Tyrone Woodley back in the house.
Yeah!
Right, I'm excited. Chad's excited.
Yay!
Is doing the most.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
So yeah, hopefully we covered the engagement question.
We covered it about
if
4
you're
times
even
here.
still here,
so.
right? Because you might have left. Oh, okay, thank you.
That's funny.
So yeah, I got a little layer of the biscuits.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
You put some on top too, right?
No.
No?
No. Then just put the
You put some more in there. Okay.
yeah.
No.
This is so amazing. It's so easy to make. Like, I mean, it's super easy. Everything is, the only thing you have to actually like make is the sausage. You know, unless you got like, you know, the ground and served sausages, then you would just have to heat those up. You actually might even not even
No, I
have to heat
think
those
you
up.
just no, because when I use the patties, you
You put them in there.
just cut them.
So these we actually had, you know, like put in skillet and cook real quick, but that took 5 minutes.
So yeah, you just layer it. Are y'all still getting grapes? Can you put them in a bowl, Chad, and put the rest of them up?
They are. They're just slow. They're eating one and putting one in the bowl. Eating one, putting one in the bowl.
What is happening over there? I'm not gonna put the rest in there.
Watch.
Oh, and I seasoned the eggs with my standard black pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder.
Mommy already washed them. These are Mommy. These are already washed. They're already
You're
clean.
wondering how I seasoned,
Mommy
and then I
already washed them.
seasoned the sausage with Italian seasoning. So this is what it looks like before you pour in the egg mixture.
Ask her. Hey,
It's
this is
not too
life.
much happening. Okay, this is life. And then you just pour in the egg mixture. Can you pull this off? I got this. Can you pull it?
Wait.
I don't need you to police me pouring this, okay? I got it.
Sweet. Wait. No. You missed. No, missed spot.
Get out of here! You're gonna drive me crazy.
I can't drive you somewhere you're already at.
Woo-hoo. Whatever. So yeah. Now, top it with the last video cheese.
Never had. Well, you can't have too much cheese.
Yes.
Especially if you count macros.
Well, we've already accounted for this. The menu is in MyFitnessPal and it's ready. Ready, okay?
You know exactly
the
how much you can add.
recipe. So here it is before it goes in the oven. This is what it's looking like. Hopefully y'all can see that.
That's amazing.
And
It's preheated to 350.
yep. And then it cooks for 30 to 35 minutes.
So 30 to 35 minutes.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
are there any more questions?
So about 12:30 we'll be eating.
Lord, this is the latest live.
So Old Face was somebody knocked on Chad's friend knocked on the door and Oscar thinks he's a guard dog, so he ran to the door.
So when you cut that, it makes about 12 slices. I think that's usually how we cut it.
Yeah,
We
about
make
12 slices, yeah. That was 6 eggs. 6 eggs.
Normally I put some egg whites in there, but I forgot. Just to add more protein.
I see more.
So what else? What else is going on? We don't have very many questions this week, so.
Exactly. So yeah, see, biscuits are bread on a whole new level. That's perfect. Yeah, exactly. It's just bread. Here's bread. Here's biscuits. Like just there. And then I'm trying to decide if dinner rolls are they up? Are they kind of like mixed like there with biscuits? You know, because sometimes dinner rolls are off the chain. Biscuits taste like densely textured, flaky, toasted, salty bread.
Oh,
that is
okay.
a detailed response.
That is the best response I have ever heard.
Thank you, Wynette. That's a detailed response. I like that.
I would have never been able to come up with that.
It is not. I don't think it's like a scone. A scone is a bit more, like a bit drier in my opinion.
Yeah.
Scones are great, but it's a bit.
I feel like scones are sweeter too.
A little sweeter and maybe a little bit drier.
Yeah.
A biscuit is like you're looking for a biscuit that is like soft and moist.
Sorry, y'all, clearing off.
That's so funny. Somebody said that biscuits taste like unsweetened scones.
Unsweetened scones. Okay.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sorry? Let's go.
You look good in that wig, girl.
Thank you. Oh.
Oh yeah, UK a biscuit is a cookie. You're right. I do remember that. Like a biscuit is like a dessert. Like you can get.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, no, you come over here. So Nana's
Because you can look at this.
Nana's doing good. We actually
We're going to see her today.
going to see her today. We're very excited. So go.
Shout out to Nana if you watching. She told me she'd be watching a lot.
Okay, so Nana could be in here watching
She
right
could
now.
be. So hey, Nana, if you watching.
And Mama's probably in here as well. So
I know. Hey,
so
Mom.
if y'all want to say hi to Mom and Nana in the comments, sure they'll see it.
Okay, let's see. What else? What type of a workout split do you recommend? It really just depends on your preference. I switch back and forth between total body splits and where it's just like total body 3 times a week, or like actual like body part splits where you're working out 4 to 5 times a week. It depends on is she standing there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It depends on like how many days a week do you plan on working out. So say you're gonna work out 3 days a week and you only have 3 days a week, you could hit a full body 3 days. Or you could do like a good like leg day, quads, glutes, calves, hamstrings, and then back and buys, and then like chest and triceps. Like not until here recently, I started separating shoulders and making it its own day. Because normally it's shoulders, chest, and tries. It's normally how I would work.
I thought it was head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
You know what?
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I got kids. I'm
So
coordinated.
you can do an upper lower body split or a total body.
Yes.
Meg does.
So I do. So I'm supposed to be working out today, but yeah. So I do on my first day is usually chest, shoulders, tries, and then abs, and then the next day I'll do back and biceps, and then I'll do legs and abs. Then I'll take a day rest. So I do 3-1-2-1 is my so 3 days of work, 1 rest, 2 days of work, 1 rest, and then I'll do chest and shoulders and tries again on Friday. And then I'll do back and buys again on the Saturday. So, and then I'm actually going to start running Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as well. Or Monday, Wednesday, and maybe Saturday. Or I'll figure out what day works best. I'm going to start running and building my running back up so I can start, looking for, I've got a few things I want to train for next year. So I'm going to start trying to maybe build that endurance now. Slowly build the endurance now. Yeah. And then be ready for next year. So. And I'll be talking about that stuff on like my channel now that I've started.
Yeah, he's posted again.
I posted again. Thank you so much for all the love and support for everyone that has went and watched it. It literally was an impromptu moment. Like God just kind of nudged me to go make the video. I looked at Gabrielle and said, "I'm about to go film real quick," and she was like, "Why are you going to the basement?" I'm sure in her head she was like, "Why do you have to go in the basement?" She didn't know I was filming the video. And I came up and told her that I filmed the Chad's Life video.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that it encouraged some people. And that's my goal. I just want to encourage people. And so, so that's my split. And what I plan on doing. I've got a few goals I want to do, so you'll know about those as the more I.
Valerie, you asked, did we miss your question? What was it? I can't ask it again. How how are you guys preparing Siege? How the world is, even though he is mixed, but his skin is of a lighter complexion. Hope that makes sense. Yes, and it does make a lot of sense. And we talked about that in our vlog yesterday of how we really don't have that answer yet. Like, we're trying to navigate how do we prepare him for every side.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
You're going to be seen as a black boy, as a black man. Period. Like, in my belief, that's just how he's going to be seen. So that's one thing to handle. But then also, you will have a certain amount of privilege because of your skin complexion. So what does that look like?
Exactly.
And how to not abuse it and what to do with it. So it's one of those things.
It is. It's one of those things that we,
we don't know because we've never been through this.
But we have also talked to him about police brutality, and things of that sort. We've had those conversations with him, very surface level because he's young. So as he gets older, we'll continue to have conversations. But we'll just be seeking not only the counsel of each other, but we'll be praying about it. We'll be seeking counsel out from friends and family, and try to ensure that we can give our kids the best information and the best ability to be prepared for this world.
I asked him yesterday if his friends, if they talk about the news. I was like, do you and your friends ever talk about the news? And he was like, no. I was just curious because I don't want him to learn about it from outside of the home before he learns about it here. And, like we've talked about certain things, and definitely about skin and, how black people have been treated and how they are treated differently. So, but it hasn't gone deep. So I was just like, what are y'all talking about?
Exactly.
Just kind of feeling it out to see, what type of conversations they're having.
Exactly.
Hopefully going through it with him will better prepare us to go through it with Reagan.
Yeah, exactly.
We're kind of learning as we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. We just want them to know that they're beautiful and priceless, because of who they are, and we want to show them, the best of both sides, and help prepare them for, what sometimes happens in this world, the worst that does come out, unfortunately.
It's 2 weeks of dating too early to be talking about marriage. I don't think so. I think if you're in a position where you're dating with a purpose, it needs to come up because what's the end game here?
If you guys are, that you both are on the level of wanting to move towards a marriage and a family and life together, but with someone that you love, then why not have the conversations earlier? Look, I'm looking for this long term. I don't know if it's with you, but what are you looking for?
Because then you can weed out the people who aren't necessarily.
If they ain't talking about nothing, then
what's
keep
the
it
point?
moving. Keep it moving. If it's just going to be a fling for this person, or it's just fun for now with this person, and you don't see them ever changing that mindset, then if you want something different, then don't sacrifice what you want and what you feel like you need in your life just because for the sake of being with someone.
Thanks, XO Jasmine. She likes my pants. They came from Adore Me. It was it's a pajama set. The top is a little bit much for the live, but it's a pajama set from Adore Me. I had put the link on Instagram, and somebody said that they found it in plus size. So they may still have a variation of these pants on the website. So I don't know. You have to check it out. Somebody asked, do we play video console?
And
do we use them, and then video games? What do we play?
So we have, for the longest, we had Xbox 360. Didn't play it. We just not much. And then finally got a Xbox One, and so we've been playing some basketball, some football. Chad Star Wars. He's in Star Wars right now, which is interesting because I'm not even that much into Star Wars. I mean, I like it, but I'm not a Star Wars fanatic. And so, but he really likes it, and he picks it up so quick. But that's all. And then we have a Nintendo Switch. We bought him for Christmas.
Oh yeah, but it had stopped working. Well, we thought it had stopped working.
The charger went bad.
Yeah. So he hadn't played with it in a while.
Let me give you that tip. If you try to do all the reset features, so for some reason your Nintendo Switch is not turning on, and you do all the little reset features that they say to do online, buy a new charger. Because the minute I did that, it charged up just fine. So for some reason, I guess apparently Nintendo Switches, the charges go up very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but in case you have a kid that or you have one yourself and you have that issue, check the charger.
Yeah. This is a really great question from Aaron. I'm a single white mama to a mixed race baby girl. I worry that she will miss out understanding her heritage. Do you have any suggestions for me on how to raise a strong and proud woman of color? I think that, I don't know the situation, but obviously, like, there's no contact, probably no contact on the father's side, like a grandmother, or an aunt, or a cousin on that side. It would be great to kind of forge some type of relationship there, so that she also like grows up knowing that side of her family. But you know, if that's not possible, like, you have to do the best that you can do to show her how strong she is and how strong black women are, and show her the examples, and give her, like, read the books and take her places. Like, I'm sure there are support groups or something where you can talk to other mothers going through the same thing, but then also like interacting with black people, because she's going to need that. Like, there's only so much that you can do, but I think that nothing replaces having an actual black figure or a role model or someone in her life that can display that for her. Not saying that, I mean, you're her mother, like you can never be replaced as her mother. Absolutely. But it would be nice to have somebody there. So if you don't have any friends, or if there's nobody in your neighborhood, like, you're going to have to seek out places where she can see strong black women, because she's only going to know what she sees. So if she's never around black women or black men, or, you know what I'm saying, like, she's going to have this limited view of her heritage. She won't know.
She won't have the whole picture.
Yeah, she won't have the full picture.
What's up, baby?
Huh?
I drop it.
What you drop?
She keeps dropping these Legos.
Oh.
But no, see, I agree with that. Like, and that's why even for us, like for me, with my kids, you know, I have friends friends that are black men that I'm going to seek, you know, counsel from, you know, and to be able to make sure that I'm preparing my son, you know, and my daughter, and you know, so I have family members that are black men, obviously, but I have some friends that I think are really good fathers, and I'm gonna, you know, talk with and discuss with and have these discussions so that I can make sure that I'm doing my best, and then also support them as well, you know. So I think that's important to understand what you know, us as, you know, white people, you know, like, 'cause, you know, we don't know how it feels, or we don't know the answers. So when we can seek it out from people that we trust, then that's going to help us.
Yeah, you got to do the work.
You got to do the work.
You got to do the work and set her up for that.
So the fact that you're asking already means awesome that you care.
If anybody is listening or on here and you've dealt with that, or if you have an answer for Erin, put it in the comments. Like, help her out if you have another suggestion or whatever.
Absolutely.
Oh, Juan D asked about this hair. Okay, so the hair is a unit from Hair Terry. Hair _ THIERRY. Her name is Celia. She made this unit for me. We actually went to high school with her. She's the bomb. Bomb.com. It's just a unit that she made. She had a sale and I bought it. But she makes custom units also. So
my unit was made by her as well.
What is this unit called? It's the
this is
quarantine non-cut unit. Okay,
hey, that's what I gotta have. Hats been my best friend. I got names for my hats because they've been worn so much.
That is hilarious. Memorial says, being a biracial boy man is different from being a black boy man. I wonder why claim only one side of him. I don't know that I'm claiming one side of him. Like, there's Chad is biracial. Like, there's no way around that. He is biracial, but if you look at history and you look at the biracial people that are in this world, they are most times, not all the time, but most times they are identified as black.
Or stereotyped as such.
Or stereotyped,
you know, or put into that box.
I literally cannot think of an example of a biracial person who you wouldn't say is a black woman or a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys have some examples, let me know, because I'm trying to think, like, who is biracial that I would be like, oh, she's biracial, before I would say, oh, she's black. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering.
At the same time, I get
it's just also how society would see them. So I'm not saying to take away from his white side, because he is, like, that is part of who he is. He is biracial.
Absolutely.
But in the world we live in, people probably will see him as one way or the other, and I know that they're not gonna see him as white. So
yeah.
it's kind of
So
like,
I think that there's so much that goes into them being biracial. You know, you can't just look at singly at like the lightness of their skin. You know, like how they're light skinned.
Hazley.
Like
Who is Hazley?
They look like their mom. You know what I'm saying? They have.
Stacey Dash. That's a good one. I don't know who Hazley is. Jessica Alba's husband. Who's she married to, honey? I don't even know. Who is Jessica Alba's husband? I don't know.
That's I don't know.
Daddy,
Posey? Oh, she's the fake Jeezy.
daddy.
Oh, that's good to tell me.
Yeah, you know you've seen her probably.
Daddy,
Yeah, I can't place her face. I can't place her face.
You know, it's so it's not about us claiming one way or the other. We are just
yeah, and he will totally know about his white side too. Like I'm not trying to like strip that away and only tell him about the black side. No, like
I think that's,
he knows. He knows that he's both.
And I think that's why we said that we want to make sure that we prepare them.
Daddy,
for the world.
me, Daddy.
And how other people may see them.
Yes.
It doesn't take away from how they are in real
Exactly.
life. Like, but that's life. People perceive you to be one thing when you can be a totally different
Absolutely.
thing. So we just want to prepare him for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The issue of the world of judging someone, you know, like I said, don't judge a book by its cover, right?
Yeah.
So the issue the world goes through is that the people do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to let them know and help them understand that they could be judged based on the way they look. See, and the example of this is that
Somebody said Michael Jackson. I can't.
Example of this is some people look at Chad Jr. and think that he looks just like Gabriel. Some people look at Chad Jr. and say he looks just like me. So, like, people see what they see, right? People's perceptions are different, and that's so everyone's perception will not be the same. And so that's what we're going to try to prepare them, for, is that people will perceive you the way they perceive you.
Jennifer Beals, that is probably the best answer that I've seen thus far.
What?
Because you can look at her, and I feel like she is one that can go as white.
Who?
Jennifer Beals of Flashdance. Yes, I do remember the controversy. Yeah. She was also in the L Word. You would know her if you saw her.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it took me a long time to even realize that she was biracial. I didn't even know for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, did we choose black on Reagan's and on their birth certificate? We put both.
Yeah.
You can put both.
Yeah.
It's both on there because they are both. So when I check for school or whatever, I check them both because they are both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some boxes nowadays are starting to have like biracial.
Oh yeah, they are.
Like they're starting to have a box that identifies, like people that have, different races.
Yeah.
But
Diana Ross's son, who Jessica is married to. It's not Jessica, it's Ashley. You talking about Evan Ross? Evan and Ashley. But if I look at Evan, I wouldn't. I mean, he is biracial. You can tell he's biracial, but I'd probably say, oh, he's black. Like, I'm just thinking, like, looking at him. But that's a really, really good point. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, everybody keeps mentioning the one drop rule. Which is like if you have any piece of black, you're known as black. Like that's how it used to be. So some people are saying it still applies. But yeah, it's one of those things we're learning as we go.
Doing the best we can, just like every parent is. I think we're just doing the best that we can.
Somebody said actually in the state of Indiana, the child is the race of the father. I ain't never seen that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I would like to see that if that's an actual law.
I wonder. It could be. You never know. Somebody said they always put other for their biracial kids because they don't want them to have to choose. Did you try the oatmeal and eggs? No.
I have not tried it yet. I have not tried it yet. I need to try it. I'm excited to try it. I just have not.
Yeah, Mariah Carey. True. Minnie Riperton. Yeah, she was. She is Maya's mother. Did you know that? Do you know who Minnie Riperton is?
I don't. I've heard the name.
Yeah. You know Maya Rudolph is biracial though.
Name sounds very familiar. Who am I thinking of?
She was on Saturday Night Live for a long time, and then she was in what was the movie?
She's a comedian?
The comedian. She's super funny.
Yes.
She was in the movie where they got made, she was the bridesmaid or the maid of honor. What is the name of that movie?
I don't remember the name.
You know what movie I'm trying to talk?
No.
She's been in a whole lot, but
She's
that's
been
the
in a
first
whole
movie that
I can picture her. Yeah, super funny.
Yeah, she's biracial.
Yes.
I knew that. Thank you, Short Buff Pull Up. Wentworth Miller. Okay. Now that one I didn't know.
Who?
He definitely looks white to me. From Prison Break?
Really?
Really?
I thought he was. I mean, he looks like he can be mixed with something, but I don't know. I didn't know what.
He's biracial. That one is surprising to me. I don't think that I mean, that's interesting. Y'all, side note, if you have never watched Prison Break, it is one of the best shows ever. Oh my goodness. You gotta use the bathroom? No? Okay. She got down.
She did. We're
We
like,
never be
hang
too
on.
cautious. Okay, so we got 9 more minutes left on the casserole because I want y'all to see what it looks like when it comes out, and we're gonna do a taste test for y'all. So whatever questions y'all have, we got 9 minutes left. So probably like 15 more minutes left of the live.
But yeah, no, Prison Break. You gotta.
That is crazy. His dad is black. Shut up.
I know that.
I did not know that. Vin Diesel is biracial. That I did know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Bridesmaids. Thank you. I could not think of the name of that movie to save my
But
life.
but like with all these examples, there are certain people that see them and see biracial, right? And there's certain people that see and they don't know. They don't see, so it's again, it's perception, right?
Yeah.
People see things so differently, and it's just such an interesting aspect.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, look, where we going? Where we going, sweetie?
Okay, so what else? Anybody else got? Were there any questions that I missed? I'm kind of scrolling back up to see if there was anything that I missed.
You're so cute.
Let's see.
You want to go on my shoulders?
What does she want? She wants to go on your shoulder.
Yeah, okay, baby. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, somebody says, Gabe, I am not biracial, but I am very fair and my mother is dark. I remember people saying mean things to me because of our difference. How would you handle that discussion with Reagan? That's a really good question.
She covered up. She good.
Yeah, she covered up. She good. They ain't gonna be able to see her face. I don't feel like anywhere. Oh, but they can see her.
Let's see if y'all can see her.
We're trying to wait for it to catch up to see if you can see her. Probably not. Yeah, a little bit if you step back. Yeah,
and now y'all can see her. See the big girl.
It's just a conversation that we're gonna have to have about the vast complexions of brown skin, black skin. Like we look like everything, and I remember people used to ask me all the time, like with Chad Jr., or they would be like, oh, where were we at? We were in Ross, and I cannot remember what that lady said.
Yes,
but I used to always get asked if he was mine. It was like it was a compliment followed up with, is he yours? Like, oh, he's so cute, is he yours? Why do you have to ask me if he's mine? Why can't you just say he's so cute and leave it at that? So I imagine I'm probably going to have this.
And they look just alike.
Like literally. Okay, maybe with Reagan because we don't look exactly alike. But Chad Jr. legit has my whole face. Like, take my face and put it on him. Like, that is legit what happened. But I used to get that asked all the time. So it is a conversation that we will probably eventually have to have. But, I mean, there's so many black people that is like that. Like, if you look at Nana is very light-skinned. If you look at my mom is brown-skinned like me. But if you look at Nana's mother, great-granny, she was my complexion, maybe even a little bit darker. So it's like, I mean, that's just life, So it is definitely a conversation we will probably have to have. Yeah, she said, is he yours? Yeah, I'm like, why do it matter? Is he cute or no? You gonna get a compliment or what? Like,
see, that's white people that ignorant questions. I mean,
it's
that's
just like,
the ignorance.
But I think even some
sometimes.
black people, I feel like, have asked that.
Have they?
Yeah, I think it's just, some people just don't mean anything by it. They just say the first thing that comes, you know what I'm saying? That just comes to their head and they just say it. That's unfortunately because people see color before they see features. That's very true.
That's good.
Very,
well
very
put.
true.
Yes, well
that's
put.
Very well put. The earlier the better. I would start now. Having a conversation. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Is this going to be the last breakfast chat? Yeah, we mentioned it just for a couple weeks.
Just for a few weeks.
We'll bring it back in June.
Yeah, we will.
We'll come back in June. It's our birthday month, so we're gonna be celebrating.
We'll come back and have a birthday live celebration. We'll plan it. Maybe we'll plan it out where we can all, you know, I don't know how we'll do it, but maybe we'll
we'll do something special. Somebody asked, Priscilla, thank you for asking again about the, are you talking about this piercing that I have? I can never remember the name of this. What is this? Tragus? The tragus piercing that I have? Did it hurt at the beginning and does it ever bother me? It never hurt. Like, literally, I tell people all the time, my cartilage piercing that I got done in college hurt way worse than my tragus piercing. Way worse. And I don't even wear earrings up in my cartilage because it will still hurt. If I put an earring in there, like, it's still just an annoyance. And I don't know what it is, but my tragus was smooth. It was smooth sailing, and I love it. I love my little piercing. I feel like it's time for me to buy a new earring, though. I've had this earring since I got it done. But I love it so much. But yeah, I didn't have any issues with my tragus piercing at all. Karen Washington will be having a meditation class on IG for everyone who wants to join. She will donate for Black Vision Collective. It's at 10 Pacific Standard Time. So that is what, 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock? That's dope. I saw her do a video about one that she had did and I had missed it. She was like doing a recap and I was like, ooh, I bet that would be really cool. So thank you, Lisa, for putting that in here. I'm gonna have to check that out. Somebody asked about siblings, but I can't find the picture. It ain't done yet. We got 3 more minutes on the food. 3 more minutes on the food, you guys. Let's see. Any more?
This girl's wearing me out.
What does she want now?
I don't know. You got your blanket, girl.
Oh, Brenda, how's the potty training going? I literally prayed this morning and was like, Lord, can we just get through this potty training, please? Because I swear she'll do so good for like a week or a week and a half, and then it's like she reverts. It's just, I don't know. I just think that we haven't gotten it in our heads yet that it's not an overnight process, and we still need to make sure that she is going to the bathroom, like facilitating designated potty breaks, because she'll do so good and she'll get up and she'll go and she won't say nothing and she'll just go when she has to, and then the next day she'll just stand there and pee, and we're like, what is happening? Like, so we ain't even started nighttime training. We haven't even started nighttime training. It is one of those things. Like, girl, I know one day it's just gonna click, because that's how I remember it happened with Chad Jr. I didn't think he was ever gonna get it, because he was like 3, maybe even like 3.5 before he actually, like, one day it just clicked.
Yeah. So
I'm hoping it won't take Reagan that long, because we started earlier with her. But yeah, it was a struggle.com.
Yeah.
A struggle. Let's see. Do people question Chad about being the father of his kids? I don't think so. Have you ever experienced that?
No, I think it's yeah, no, nobody's ever asked me that. Like, men don't even ask those kind of questions anyways, for the most part. And
true, and I don't think
a lot of times women aren't gonna walk up to a random guy and, hey, those your kids? Like women, she whether she meant to be rude or just, it was a rude, ignorant question. Yeah. But whether she meant to be, she thought that she was, comfortable enough with Gabriel being a woman to ask her that. So still an ignorant question. But
folks, y'all have been watching long enough to know that Chad has never dated a white woman. Maybe y'all are new, but the people that are asking that, have you ever dated a white woman?
No,
Never.
I just look. No, like just.
And somebody asked, did we ever imagine when we were younger marrying and having kids with someone of the opposite sex? I mean, obviously Chad did.
Yes, I did.
But
yeah.
no.
Yeah, I've always. From the earliest that I can remember, I've always, thought, black women were beautiful. Like, that was always,
Yeah.
That was just always, they were just beautiful.
Me?
So.
No.
So yes,
Never, ever, ever.
Gabrielle never thought that she would.
Never, ever, ever,
like
ever,
so.
Okay, and I fought it. Like, this is not my lot in life. Okay.
Exactly. So she definitely wasn't.
No.
It was never anything that she envisioned, but.
Which is so crazy. Like, I feel like I always have to. This is a whole nother conversation, but like, not defend myself, but it's always like I want people to know that I am not. And this is gonna sound really bad or it is a stereotype, but I am not a black woman who prefers to date white men. That's their thing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
if you
wrong.
are one of those black women, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like there is a different type of a person. It's just a different type of, you know what I'm saying? Like individual. Does that make sense? And it could sound really stereotypical, and it is. It is a stereotype. But I just be like, no, like I literally dated black men my entire life, okay? And I fought this. We had conversations. I was like, this is tough. Like, this is completely different for me. I was worried about what everybody would say and what everybody would think. And eventually I got to the point where, first of all, I had to keep praying about it. And then it was just like, am I going to sacrifice my happiness based off of what everybody else thinks?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? I'm going to pass up the man of my dreams because people might have something to say about it? Like, literally. But it took me a long time to get there.
Yeah, it did because, I mean, and I understood. And I was there just to support her because here's the thing about me is that in no way, shape, or form, by me always being attracted to black women or, marrying the love of my life right here, it does not in any way, shape, or form make me closer to being a black man. Yeah. Like, I am still a white guy. Yeah. So I think that, and I had to let her know, like, look, I just want to support you through this. I love you more than anything. And I know this is something that is going to be different. You're going to, there's going to be new challenges, new struggles that you've never thought about, and you've never, by us getting married, but that's where we were, in it together. We're a team, and we bring the best out of each other. Yeah.
Somebody said, dang, I just seen it too. Oh, somebody said that she gets a lot of hate from black men because of her dating purposes, and you never expected that. I'm gonna tell you, I never expected that too. But like when we started in the beginning, 9 times out of 10, it was black men that I got flack from. We would be out, and they would just be looking like, what's she doing with him? You remember, like women, not so much.
And she would always have to stop me from saying something.
Always, because Chad would be like, I would be like, babe, it's not that crucial.
Because here's my thing, here's my thing is that my thing is, just no need to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Just respect me. I respect you. Yeah. I'm gonna respect you even if you're not respecting me. But when it gets to a point where you're, being disrespectful and it's constant staring and all that kind of stuff, and aiming the stares at Gabrielle. Well, this is my woman right here. I'm gonna protect her. Yeah. And so I used to, she used to have to tell me just calm down. Okay. 12s. Okay.
Yeah. Do you need a mitt?
Yes, please. Okay. You want me to put this pink and green one on?
Give me this one. It's just pink and green though. It ain't got no letters on it. But yeah. This has been a good discussion today. I really like this. Not that our other conversations haven't been good. We've been having really good lives, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Okay. Somebody said also have this discussion on the podcast. That's a good one, Lisa. We'll try to have it without like repeating or like rehashing the same things people want us to talk about, but like what part should we address or should we talk about? Like, I mean, I guess just choices and in general and all of that stuff. Thank you. Is this a joke?
Oh, that wasn't a question.
Did we settle on a deck color? No. And the guy is going to be here next week, and I'm like really, really nervous.
And I'm actually going to go. There's a neighbor that lives close to us. We don't know them. I tried to go to their house yesterday and knock. I look like a paint salesman. Probably.
I sent him with the deck brochure.
I'm gonna go today and try to get them and just say, hey, I run by your house all the time. I ride my bike. You have a beautiful deck.
That color is perfect.
You can follow me in my house to see that I'm not a crazy person. Could you tell us what color of the deck is?
I really hope somebody answers the door today, because I sent back yesterday like I don't want to be going and knocking on nobody's house.
I wouldn't let her do that anyway.
So I'm gonna just let you do it and just be like, hey neighbor, how's it going? So fingers crossed that they answer today, because we saw it that day
really
when
nice.
we went bike riding. And I was like, oh my goodness, I think that's the color right there. So I like snuck and took a picture of it. I was gonna post the picture in the little like Facebook group for the subdivision, but I was like, that's probably a little creepy. They'd be like, man, you just out here taking pictures of our houses. So I'm hoping that they answer, because I just don't want to be stuck with this brown, and I don't want to pick a color that I don't like. It's such a that's a big thing. It's not like we can just repaint it. I mean, we could, but I don't have to go through that, so I don't know. Hopefully they answer. So let's see. Any more questions? We're gonna do the taste test. You want to get a plate? We can do a taste test.
Oh yeah.
Oh, somebody asked about travel. Are we still traveling in June? We actually had to cancel our trip. We were going to Cancun for Ben's birthday. We canceled that trip. And I would love to be somewhere for my birthday, but I don't know that it's going to happen. We had talked about looking for an Airbnb in Florida and just going down there, but I don't want to drive to Florida. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So we'll potentially be going somewhere in July for the holiday. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Keep you posted.
Yeah.
We're just,
we are going somewhere for our anniversary. Our anniversary is August 20th, and we're going to be somewhere.
Yeah, unless things have, perfectly have not, but unless things have not, took a turn for the worse when it comes to, the pandemic and things of that sort, which again, we pray it doesn't, then, we will be somewhere.
Yeah.
Which piece do you want?
I want a middle piece.
Okay.
Please. We should do a home series with all these renovations. I know, right? We literally have been doing all of the things. Did we tell y'all? Or we didn't tell y'all because y'all hadn't seen the video, but we vlogged yesterday. But we're probably going to be making another change to the house that we decided on. So, thank you, love.
Thank you, Lord, for food, gluten, nurse, spies, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. And that's going to be the last thing we do for a while.
Yeah.
Until we buy our appliances. That's going to be the next thing that we do.
Which will wait for some discounts.
Buy the appliances.
Maybe around Christmas
time. I need
time.
to just start shopping. I've never even looked at, so I don't know what brand we want, what model we want. I need to just start looking and seeing what's out there and just seeing what the price is like. I've never even priced new appliances. I think one time I looked at double ovens at Best Buy and was like, dang, it costs a whole lot to have a double oven. But that was it. So I'm going to start doing some research on all of the fancy appliances that they have now. They got all of these smart hubs and refrigerators with the screens on it and all of that stuff. It's like, do y'all have one of them refrigerators? Do you really need a screen on your refrigerator? I mean, I'm sure it's a nice touch, but is it really necessary? I don't know. We'll see. Bon appetit.
So good. So good. It's just it's a can't miss.
This is a recipe that you can't mess up. You literally cannot mess it up. It's so good.
It's just so good. It's just good.
Have we done ancestry tests? We did a 23andMe kit. We kept meaning to do ancestry, and I think we kept forgetting.
We want to do an ancestry one because it's a bit more detailed, and we actually have the ancestry kits upstairs.
Oh yeah, we do. We just never sent them out.
So
they don't expire, do they?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. But yeah, so we want to do them, so we're going to do them. But we did the 23andMe for sure. So yeah, we'll see. Where
do we purchase the knife set? And what table do you have? Oh, what tablet? This is the iPad
Mini. This is the Pro. This is the newest iPad Mini Pro.
The knife set is Cuisinart that we got from
JCPenney. We did a placement with it. We did an ad where we got a few things for the
got the toaster and the knife set from JCPenney.
We really love it.
Yeah, we do. Because that's one thing we were struggling with for a long time, having good knives. Because I tell you, having a good set of knives will change your whole cooking.
It really will.
Your whole cooking situation.
And honestly, we were just being too cheap to buy a set.
We were.
And then they said, hey, well, we're going to give you a bunch of, kitchen stuff, and was like, well.
Can you put up a video about starting a vlog or podcast and the equipment needed? That's a good question. That could be something we could do. Talking about all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be a lot, but it doesn't have to be. Like, don't feel like you need a certain type of equipment to get started. If you have an iPhone, you can vlog and record your podcast on that iPhone.
Especially if you have a new iPhone.
Like, yeah, don't let equipment scare you or stop you from getting started, because that's the beauty of it, is that you get started and then you improve as you get better. You know what I'm saying?
You can always upgrade.
People get caught up in, oh, I don't have the best equipment, I can't do this, I can't do that. You can totally do it with probably with what you have right now. Even if you had a laptop. You can't necessarily vlog with a laptop, but you could record.
But you could though, walk around with the laptop and get good balance.
Now you're doing the most.
And just like, what's up, yo? But I mean, yeah, I think that just, understand that you can upgrade. You don't have to have the best equipment right off the bat. You can always upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Is Kelly going to come back to YouTube? Yes, she is going to come back very soon. So be on the lookout for that cookout. Kenya said my wax video had her rolling. Thank you. I actually just waxed my lip and chin this morning. For the first time since that video, because it was looking raggedy. I'm about to venture out and get my eyebrows done though. Kelly said she went and got her eyebrows done, and the lady we get them threaded. And she said the lady had on her mask, but she had the thread hooked up to her necklace. Because I was like, how they gonna do the threading with the mask on? But she had the thread hooked up to her necklace and did her eyebrows. I said, okay.
It's impressive.
Well, I'm about to go get my eyebrows
that can do threading anyways, it's impressive.
It's so impressive.
So if you can know how to do threading, I commend you for being very talented, because that is, I watched it, I'm like, I would sit here and cut somebody's face off, because, I mean, like, I don't know, I don't get it.
Okay. I think I've gotten all the questions.
I think so. It's time for us to,
Thank you guys so much. Yes, we are going to see Nana today. We're actually going to finish eating and get ready and head that way.
That's right.
So you'll see her on Wednesday's vlog.
Yeah, Wednesday's vlog. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes. No, we've never taken a cabin trip together.
We had talked about wanting to do something,
Mm-hmm.
do something like that.
Oh, somebody said leave a note in their mailbox.
Who?
What did it might. I need to answer right now.
No, I'm just gonna knock on the door. I mean, I'm just gonna ask, like, hey, they don't want to answer, or
That is a good
they don't
suggestion,
know. Then that is a great suggestion.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna ask. I mean,
Yeah, because I'm working on a limited time. I need to know.
if we had more time, then we probably would go that route. But if since you could be coming Monday potentially.
Oh, somebody's asking about the kitchen table.
It was from Ashley Furniture, right?
No.
It was from.
It was from the Kittles warehouse.
The Kittles, the one where they like the bargain one or whatever.
Yeah, it was like the outlet or something. Kittles outlet or something like that. That's where we got the table from. It was one of those places where like you just go and find what they have on the floor.
And then you buy it,
And then you buy it. And then I was able to order
2 more chairs.
2 more chairs, because it only came with 4 chairs, and then we ordered 2 more chairs. So, yeah.
Yeah, we love it. The color of it is just perfect. It just kind of matches everything.
I'm going to be reupholstering these chairs, though, because Reagan has... What you doing? What you doing?
Go check on this girl.
I don't trust it. She got up and went behind the chair. That just looked like trouble, right? She was looking at me backing up behind the chair like she did something wrong.
You okay?
What you doing?
You okay? Come here. It's okay. Come on over here.
Girl, yes, we love that air fryer, honey. I use my air fryer every day.
Huh? Wipe your hands.
Hold on, girl. Okay. I think we've gotten all the questions. As soon as Babe comes back, we'll probably end it. I did see one last question I wanted to address. Hey, lots of love to you all. This is from Pretty Panda. Any advice for actually being fearless when making decisions on career, relationship, or life in general? It's hard for me. Thanks, Natalia. Did I say that right? Natalia? That's a pretty name. From Southeast London. So here's my philosophy on being fearless. it honestly, for me, it just means you're never going to be, I don't think, ever completely without fear. So don't look at be fearless as, well, fear is a natural emotion. Like, how do I not have fear? You may have some fear, but don't let it cripple you from making the decision. It's like pushing past it is what it is. It's like the mentality of, I'm going to take this feeling that I have and turn it into a positive action instead of allowing it to manifest negatively, if that makes sense. So in your career, apply for something that you may not feel qualified to do, but apply anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. God qualifies you. You never ever know. Like in relationships, step outside of the box. Maybe date somebody that you wouldn't normally date, or maybe they've got a deal breaker that is like something silly. You know what I'm saying? Like step outside of the box there. Be fearless in that pursuit. Like whatever it is. Just going the little extra step and doing something you wouldn't normally do, or something that makes you feel apprehensive, maybe push through that. And obviously, you gotta trust your intuition. Don't just go crazy. But if it's something that's not going to harm you, just push past that uncomfortableness, because a lot of times our biggest blessings happen in that uncomfortableness. So that to me is kind of what the be fearless mentality is. Just going and pushing for your dreams and reaching them and just doing what you need to do no matter what anybody says. And this is advice for you. This is advice for me, because I still have my moments too. So hopefully that was helpful for you. So yeah, cool. Are you ready, babe? What's happening?
I'm handling the daughter.
Oh. Somebody said leave a note with a self-addressed stamp because they ain't opening the door, because you wouldn't. You don't open the door. If somebody come knocking on my door, I'm answering. Like, I'm not about to just leave them standing there. Like, I mean, maybe they thought your pamphlet was like, I don't know, something.
Nobody came to the door.
Nobody came to the door, period.
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm gonna have to.
So they could have just not been home.
Pick a color myself. That's fine.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
So that whole situation where she got her dress a little bit dirty, and that was stressful for her.
That's fine.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
She is such a girly girl, y'all. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We have thoroughly enjoyed the Breakfast Lives.
Yes.
Thank you for getting up with us every Thursday, every Saturday.
Every
and asking your questions and hanging out. I promise you we'll be back. We're not going to leave y'all hanging for long. But in the meantime, you can find us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on GabeBabeTV. Every Thursday on Let's Make Out Podcast. Instagram at GabeFlowers at CRaider12.
That's right.
We're around. Y'all know where to find us. So, yeah, we'll see ya.
Say bye.
Can you say bye?
So see you later. Deuces.
Pieces.